Bonjour friends, good evening, welcome. So exciting. It's interesting. I started a few months ago and it was nerve-wracking. It was something really beyond what I have done so far in my life as a mindful and intuitive life coach. And suddenly, just coming is like, let's just enjoy it. Yes, it's something that is different, can be scary, at least it was for me, but this is your element, Ilanit. And so I'm here and I'm so happy to have more and more people coming on, uh, communicating with me, sending messages, coming live. Uh, every time, I get to interact with someone, it's just a gift. And it's really the purpose of why we're all here, trying to support each other in the journey, give a smile to a friend, lend a shoulder, share. It doesn't have to be big wisdom, simply, something that comes from the heart. And this is something that we all can do. That's why I always say we all are light workers in our own right, and we all have something special to share. So this is a new episode of I See by Ilanit, an intimate conversation. The topic for tonight is mindful and spiritual living. What's the deal? And we're definitely going to go deeper into it, but I just want to remind the people that are coming that you also welcome to take part in the conversation by leaving either some comments and also benefit the fact that I'm coming live to receive some more personal intuitive guidance and or mindful life coaching. For the people that are new today, let me introduce myself. My name is Ilanit. And as you can tell from the accent, I originate from France. I actually grew up in a very different type of environment that most of you. I grew up in a very Orthodox Jewish family with a dad that worked as a rabbi. However, I was very blessed to have the mother side of my family that was always very open. Anything that was intuitive. I record very much my mother, my grandmother having those type of experience. And it's at a very early age that I understood and I was guided, to delve already deeper into the connection with the divine or God, whatever people choose to call it, in a more spiritual way than just a religious way. And of course, if you meet me today, I experience both aspects, but it's really the spiritual aspect that I'm cherishing and make the connection with anyone from any form of background. I've been working with people locally here in South Florida, but also really from all over the world, thanks to technology, just to provide this type of teaching, understandings, and tools for people to become the best version of themselves and create the life that they wish to see. So let me just see. I already see there's some comments here. So let's see who's here. Donna Marie. Hi. Who else is here? I see Chandra. Would love a message. I will come to that. We're all the same. We go through life. Certain moments can be more challenging than some others, and we need all clarity. But truly, my philosophy is when we try to develop our own connection by making, uh, effort, by learning, by developing some practices, suddenly we ourselves become already more attuned about what is happening, and we feel less in that type of reckless behavior that let's run to somebody. I have to say, for me, I chose a path that was very classic. I have a master degree in education and psychology. I trained as a teacher, started as a preschool teacher here in Florida, and this is how I decided to move here, because I was offered a position. I had family living here, and as I visited them, it was, I believe, in 1998, I encountered different people that were offering me job, and eventually I came here. But because I was involved into this spiritual, mindful life, it soon became clear that even though I love children, I have three on my own, always was surrounded with kids, is really to educate the soul and provide food for the soul, so the soul can be revealing itself. That was really what was exciting me into teaching and working with children. And even for you that might not know me, I just want to mention that I'm actually a published author of inspirational uh, kids book called Kids Do. Let me just show you, just for you to know that as well about me. Uh, right here, Kids Do, available on Amazon, which is really a beautiful story that was revealed to me at the time I was doing a meditation about the journey of each one of us, going through life and looking to understand why we're here and how we can really fulfill what's the dream, I will say, to everyone, to live a life that is filled with love, light, and fulfill our purpose. So let me say hello to Donna Marie. Yes, we will do. Oh, I see it's your birthday. Uh, Online here, I don't do. You might be familiar, yes, that one of the number one tool that I'm using when I work on private setting is to do what I call the map of the soul, using tools such as Kabbalistic astrology and numerology, and then developing practices that can help each and individual to master their journey, to strengthen what are their quality, to overcome what are their challenge, and whatever push their buttons. Let's not talk about challenge. Let's talk about situations that push our button and are here to make us become stronger and more awakened and more powerful, because this power is inside of us. So before I go deeper into reading, and I will, and like I say, I really hope you hang in there with me through the night, to really understand that by fueling your soul through teaching, opening your mind, opening your heart to say, well, yeah, I understand now what's the point of a mindful and spiritual life, that you will realize that yes, we all need answer, but when you nourish your soul will talk to you. And this is even more powerful. Like it's the story about you can give food to somebody that is starving, or you can give them the tool for them to plant a tree and then grow their garden, right? So I always like to start with setting an intention. And so I would like to invite you to relax yourself wherever you're sitting on at your desk, just like me, sitting on your bed. Maybe you are running around in the kitchen and having your buds, trying to listen and fuel your soul. Whatever that it is that you're doing, I'm asking you to tune in for just a minute, okay? And I'm using my singing bowl here. And before I'm going to let this sound be released into the universe and connect us, to make us more calm and more relaxed, which is the power of the singing bowl and its vibration and its sounds, I want you to tell yourself, I know with unwavering certainty that love and light will prevail. I lit up, connect to, and then expand this fire within me. And singing bowls are very powerful tools. They have this way to make you feel just relaxed, to clear the space where you are. Uh, you can use them around your house, whenever you want to clean the energy. And basically, it's like when you tune a musical instrument, it's just to put everything at tune. And what we do with a singing bowl is to be at tune with the energy of the universe, and which is an energy of the Om sound, the unification of everything. I just want to say, first of all, good evening. Hi to Gladys. Hi, Gladys. I don't think I met you before. It's a new name. Welcome to I See by Ilanit, and I hope you hang there. And I do readings, and which I don't like to say readings because I just feel there's so many connotations with that. I prefer mindful coaching and intuitive guidance, really. So the topic for tonight, like I said, was mindful and spiritual living. What's the deal? Now, if you're here tonight, chances are you know, or you have heard that mindful living is something beneficial for you, right? Means everybody know Oprah, Deepak Chopra, and maybe it is your first time. Maybe you just got curious about it because God knows that this year has been pretty challenging, and maybe one of the positive aspect of it is maybe people starting to ask questions or trying to say, how can I deal with all those emotions that I have within me and that have been cluttering me, right? And mindfulness is about that. It can help, making you more calm, more peaceful, more focused. It's also helping you get healthier and happy. And the list can go on, and so many studies will confirm the results. Okay. But, okay, this we know what is it good for. But let's go back first. How do we get interested in that? And usually we can discern two types of people that get interested into mindful and spirituality. You have the people that get curious. They get curious, and many times is curious because they heard about it. It was an external call, or it was an internal call. Maybe those were people that had a soul that was already, because of its journey from previous time, already more awakened, and they got this call. For me, that was this case. I was only 12 years old when I had multiple experiences, and the next thing I knew, I was in a bookstore one day, and there was this basket of book on sale, and there was a bunch of book of metaphysics, if you per se, but were really educating people that the divine spark within us can be awakened, and we can connect to the divine by doing different practices. And I'm not talking about divination. I'm talking really establishing a routine that allowed our spirit to become more alive, more receptive of everything. And so it brings then the second category of people that come to spirituality and mindfulness because of pain, because of different traumas that make them ask those questions. How can I stop this suffering? Why this happened to me? And how can I continue from there? And so when we get into mindfulness, many times people will discover that it develop, a lot of perks. I mentioned few before, but it's also some more exciting perks, such as suddenly realizing that our intuition gets more developed. It's also realizing that serendipity events are taking place all around us, that our mind become more powerful and can, laws of attraction, attract and create what we want to see. However, I have to tell you, as exciting as all this can be, and definitely giving us the sense that the soul is so much more expandable than the limitation of the body, all those things are not the real reason of why we should do all this. And the real reason, I'm going to say to you in a minute. I'm going to first say hi to a few more people that are here. Oh, Donna Marie, thank you for sharing. It is nice. To tell you that for me is never about trying to develop ways. Uh, I've been doing light working and really sharing online through the writing, which is channel messages that I get for the longest time, and is really about sharing without trying to make calculations. So I appreciate you share, because the more the merrier, and the more people get on board, whether it is with me or other beautiful teacher, and always tell people, be very careful who you are trusting, because we know, and that there is some people out there that are not having the best interest of people like us, that really want you to become better, that want to have this connection. So just, I would say, maybe because from other lifetime I remember what it feels to be misjudged, but there is people that unfortunately are not doing things out of their heart and souls, and even though they receive gifts, which is probably the reason of their challenge, they're tested like everyone. But and so I'm very blessed to be part of a network of beautiful souls such as Kristen and Joseph, that are really sincere in what they do, and means actions don't lie. So we can say whatever, but so yeah. Let me see, Donna Marie. What Let me write down. I don't do, like I say, I don't usually do live numerology, but let me see. 23, 11, 92. So we have a 5, we have a 2 here, 10. Okay. Okay, Donna Marie. So your life path is a 10-1. And you must have noticed that in your life, it's always, finding the way to emancipate yourself to whatever it is that you do, is really different stepping stone to allow you to say, I am a leader. I am somebody that I can affect. I can affect people, but is really forcing you. So there's always different aspects. People that receive number ones some places in their chart is either they are leaders already and it's not a struggle from them. They're just attuned to that energy and they manifest it. Or is the retrograde aspect of it, which means maybe in other times of their soul living, they were not taking leadership. They were many times followers, or they were letting, everything leading them without them using their free will. So sometimes that reverse psychology is to boost you and telling you, this is what you need to work on, girl. You need to know who you are. And it doesn't matter, being a leader doesn't mean to become, on the list of Forbes. Or no, being a leader or president, no, it's not that. Is to take ownership, to become accountable, to know that everything, we all are a microcosmos, and we all have people that are affected by what we do, the way we are, and it starts really how we are in our own energy. Okay, so let me do this deck to see if there. Please, I understand that not coming live, not for not everyone, and it is fine, because as people know, when you are intuitive or empathic person, which we all have on some degrees, right? We can feel things, we can go into places and feel the energy of the place. It's really doesn't matter. The energy is all around us. So, but if you just want to tell me, how did it sound for you? I'm just going to pick here another message. Okay. Right. Okay, so you see, the card here shows a mountain, and it's really to say that in life, oh, I'm glad, Donna Marie. Okay, so this is still for you, Donna Marie, okay? You need to understand that chances are for you is in order to reach your highest potential, and you can visualize this person like whenever you do a meditation and you close your eyes, visualize it can be somebody that even you admire, how it resonates with you, or this part of you that you can see, this is what I could be, okay? And to understand that every time you have challenges in your life, a new mountain to climb, it is not to take you away or tell you, hey, you, this is just unrealistic, who are you? You're nobody. Did you ever have this thought telling you, girl, what are you thinking? That you are someone, that you are important, that you're made to do big things. This is your mountain to climb. These are the thoughts that can cause you to not align with what's your purpose. Like I said, if you are meant to be a leader, it's the journey that matters. To be a leader doesn't mean you are revealed to it. You need to take the step to get there. And like they said, the journey matters more than the final destination. Okay. Let me see what would be. And yes, I would advise you to have a journal, where you record all the challenges. And challenges, they can be external things that happen to us, and that we overcome, but they're also internal challenges about how today, even though this voice was telling you, hey, you're not doing well enough, and you could do better. And look, that person, uh, is doing much better than what you do. Or write down the things that you achieve and read them, and it can be little achievement. It doesn't have to be big, and it's just remember, there is one drop at a time until the water spill. Okay, so please let me know how helpful it was. And like I said, um, I think you could benefit, into doing some chakra alignment work. This is something that I do to determine, where there is blockages on the energy, and different therapies and techniques that you can do. So if you feel inclined, just don't hesitate to reach out to me, and we can discuss details. But I will say, right now is to keep working on that willpower, that it should not be overpowering, but it is nourishing, just like the sun. Okay, Donna Marie? So I hope it was helpful for you. Let me just add this here. Yes. So for whoever would like to contact me, here's my email address, my phone number, and of course, to follow all my writing, all the text, you can find me on Facebook at IC by Ilanit. Okay. So I'll take some more people. I hope everybody's still in there. And like I said, if you wish to come live in the studio, there's a descriptive into the blue link is in the descriptive at the top of the video. Okay, so let's go back to what is the real reason we do all that we do, and we try to have this spiritual mindful living. And the thing is to develop a singular connection with the divine light. Okay, and it's a connection that is based on love and certainty. Okay, because eventually the light force of the divine is the ultimate energy all around us, inside of us. And we are in this phase of our light that is very unique, being incarnated on earth, is a very short time that is here to serve a purpose, that is to give us free will and to tap into that light so we can become more creative with it. Because it says that when we go back to the oneness of the universe, then we don't have anymore the opportunity to become creator. We become again a receiver and experiencing this light. That's why people will tell you that had experience, they feel love, they feel embraced, they feel they leave their home, they feel nurtured, because eventually they're not the one anymore that has the ability to turn situation and become a creator. And easy situation and harder situation, which is like the proverb, turning lemon into lemonade, right? So when we talk about this idea of certainty, I want to clarify a few things. There is, first of all, to understand that there is a difference between belief and certainty. Belief, it's a psychological trust that something is true or possible. And usually it is based on either previous experiences that we had ourselves, or the process of our logical mind that say, okay, I can believe it can happen, if I do so and so, or if this or that happened, then I can see the result, right? Certainty is different, is a knowing that goes beyond the logical mind, is a transcendental state of being, okay? And even though this certainty is something that is innate, it's something that can be enhanced by having different practice, connection with wisdom. That's why I always tell people, that is not just enough to get an answer. Nourish your soul, because you will get the answer yourself. Ask, have a dialogue with the universe and with God, okay? And really, this brings us to this ultimate need to have this connection with the divine, is to make a connection not only in the mind, but in our body, by connecting with nature, by connecting with what we feel, by taking the time to pause, to breathe, to move our body and see how things, all those components affect us. So the reason I decided to talk about this concept of certainty, for people that are familiar with my background that I share, uh, I I have been having years and years of training into mindful, practices. But one of the dearest close to my heart is the studying of Kabbalah. Kabbalah in Hebrew means to receive, and a set of teachings that are really the consciousness of the universe, how it was created, and is how to receive and what do we need to do to receive the divine and make this connection with the divine force. Now, one of the way I live life, and people that are into the philosophy of Kabbalah live life, is to establish a dialogue by receiving information, by looking directly into the original writing of the Torah, the Bible, that is supposed to be a code uh, 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 of connection with the code of the universe and everything that was created. And the way we do that, we know that people that connect to the seventh day of Shabbat, which is supposed to be a day of rest, but is supposed to be really a day for the soul, is a detox from everything that is happening around us, is the idea of connecting to home, connecting to the inside of us, is each week when we connect to Shabbat, there is one portion that we read that's supposed to be the DNA for the week that we are in. It's not about reading an old story, it's about connecting to the essence, the DNA of what we are, because we know that there is no time, space, and motion. So if there is a window that is open in the universe, this window keep repeating itself every time we do a cycle. So it was very interesting because this week, in the portion of the Torah that we read this week, and like I said, it might not be part of your background, but I truly believe there's so much essence of just being a human being that everybody can benefit. The portion discussed something that is very unique is the concept of what we call Shemitah, which is the seventh, which is the idea that if we were a farmer, on the seventh year, we need to give rest to the land, right? And really, this teaching is the essence of certainty. And I will tell you more about it in a moment. I just see that there's more people here saying hello. I see Cici. Hi, Cici. Nice to meet you. If you want to put from where you are listening, because, yeah, I wanted to mention this broadcast is found on YouTube and in different places on Facebook. It is available on my profile and page, but as well Joseph Lobruto, the third, profile and page, as well as Kristen profile and page. So whoever is your person, and I want to welcome you and thank you for giving me this time with you and share what I do and welcome you in my world as well. So I will come a little bit more about this concept of Shemitah, which is to give rest, which is the foundation of how we develop certainty and the root of certainty. So I see Cici want a reading. So yeah, let's do that, Cici. Any particular question that you would like me to focus on? And like I say, I don't do tarot cards reading. I don't predict anything. I'm working with empowerment and mindful cards that are supposed to set attention or point toward the chakras that we need to enhance or heal, depending on what you need. Okay, I just want to say hello as well to Odessa. Hi, Odessa. You're in Miami? Thank you. We are here in Boca Raton. So please, Cici, let me know if there's something in particular. And if not, I am going to take my deck that give affirmation and point anything good for me. Perfect. So we're going to do a few things. I have different tools, This is something that, enjoy with crystals as well. And it's cliche, I know, but that's the truth. Okay, so Cici. Interesting. I was getting, I took the chakra cards, and I also this was a deck that was telling me you need some TLC, my friend, about your energy. So you need to understand that there is obviously, medical reason, and sometimes, there's so many components about how we get depressed, and I think to take care of depression, we need to go different routes, not eliminate any of them. Like I said, I am somebody that is in the field of practicing, psychology, and also work with a lot of people in the field of holistic, and we don't want to remove any angles, but definitely I would advise you to dig into nutrition. I am personally following the protocol of the medical medium. I've been gluten-free for many years, remove all processed sugar and processed food, don't do dairy neither, no eggs. I do eat once in a while some healthiest meat, but really is plant-based food most of the time. There is also the idea that sometimes, because we are not living the proper environment for soul to flourish, we feel trapped, and then we locked in. Okay, so reaching out, finding what it is that your soul wants to do. Okay, so connect with me. The idea of using cards is just to have a communication, and between you and me create this space where the divine can come in. All right. Okay. So you see, this is the card I got. See it? It's connected to the third chakra, the plexus, solar plexus. Yeah, sorry, the French kicking it, doing in reverse. I sense that something with you has to do with not being able through your life to really express who you are, to express your truth. Okay? And really is to remind yourself that we all have effect on everything and everyone. Okay? We are not islands. We are all connected in a smaller scale. People around us, or family, or friends, rely on us, are affected by us. And the opposite is true as well. We are affected by the people around us. But the energy that come and emanate from us, they ripple into the universe and affect much more. Is the idea of the butterfly effect. A butterfly in China can cause a hurricane in the other side of the world. Okay, so this is really the idea that if you are not truly in tune with your truth and able to express it, being able to express also creatively who you are, writing, creating, dancing, whatever it is that makes you. If you are not, because maybe you've been censored, I'm sensing usually the third chakra many times means that there is a masculine figure that is somehow caused us, whether it is a form of physical abuse or just a mental abuse, or simply somebody that was not nourishing your spirit to tell you, you can do it, you are special, you have so much to give in the world. Create then the negative speech within us that we are not worthy, that we are not special, that we are not capable of doing anything. Okay, so the message for you, Cici, is really to work on your confidence. Okay, I was talking earlier, how do you develop the certainty with the divine? Is to be in the body, is to connect, is really to feel what you feel and release it. Okay, and like I said, it's not egoistic, to try to say, I want to be. I have also things I want to achieve. Many times it's something that you find in women that decided to devote themselves maybe to a sick parent or to children, and reach a point that they devoted so much of their energy to be of assistance. And even though it is on its own, the beautiful expression of sharing our light, but maybe there is something else that they needed to do. Maybe they need also to live for themselves. Okay, so please let me know how this respond for you. I want to do something a bit different. One of the things I'm working with is the 22 Hebrew letters that are told being the DNA of creation, because we know that words are the power to create, and the world was created by the word of God. So these 22 Hebrew letters, they carry the energy. Stay put. I want to do one more thing for you, Cici. Okay. Okay. So stay with me. Let me get this. Okay. Okay. So the letter you got is the 8th letter of the alphabet. Okay. This letter, just for your information, is called Chet. Okay. And it's the first letter of the word Chai, which means life. Okay. So it's really about creating continuity into your life, knowing that, when you stop, you are the idea is when you stop, you're not creating circuitry and you are not continue life. I remember my teacher in sociology when I was in university in France, and it could be only understand in a French word, but I'm going to say it anyway. They say to be alive. In French, we say it en vie. So for people that took, maybe a French in high school, alive, en vie, in two words, is the same thing than envie, which means desire. You need to still asking yourself, what do you want? What There's so many things that can be, experienced in life, and really raising above the limitation. You have people, yes, they have physical ailment or they have mental ailment, but there is always something that they can do, something they can learn to create life around them and for themselves. Okay, so it's really about connecting about the idea of we can create miracle, because the number 8, without going into too much detail, is the number that tells us we can raise about the physicality. Okay, it's the idea of creating miracle. For people that are familiar with Judaism, which is also, like I said, teaching us spiritual lesson, the story of Hanukkah, the miracle of this oil of the temple that was destroyed, that lasted for 8 days when it was supposed to last for one. So just remember, as long that there is one spark of life inside of us, we can make a bigger fire. Okay. So I hope it was helpful, and hope you continue to tune in. I come live uh, every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Sometimes I pop up, at other time. I did it the past few Sundays, uh, whether giving some meditation, taking on some colors, and just being here, for providing some love and light, hopefully, in the life of people here and beyond. Nicole? Hi, Nicole. Good evening. Okay, I'll come to it. Just for you to know, I don't know how familiar you are with the show. I'm also, a mindful and intuitive life coach and a teacher. And so the topic for tonight was mindful and spiritual living. What's the deal? And early on, I have determined that there is a lot of perks to a mindful living, but really the underneath reason for it is to create a singular connection with the divine, which should be based on love and certainty within the light force. And so I was sharing that in the portion of the Torah that we read on this Saturday particularly, which is where we can connect to a window of energy for the week, we talked about the year where the land was supposed to be left alone, which is the root and the DNA for certainty. And from this time, there was 3 levels of certainty that was determined. Okay? The first level of certainty is people that needed to see, and it needed to be some level of rational to it, which means that on the 6th year, when they were working the land, let's say farmer, they would collect the product that they could measure. This will last them for 3 years, the 6 years what they need to eat or sell, the 7th year, and also the 8 years when they were about to plant the new crops, right? And this was probably the lowest level of certainty in the divine. So that's why they were shown, it is possible. The second category of people with more certainty with the divine were given an extra bonus of miracle, which means they collected the same amount of food that would be necessary for 1 year, but the food for some reason extended and became, stretches. And it's like the story I was just sharing about this oil, a jar of oil that was supposed to last for 1 day, lasted for 8 days. And this is because there were people that were having really more faith. They knew, I know, the divine will take care of me. Now, the highest level of certainty were people that received the same amount of food from the farm and the production, didn't get more, didn't get see the food that could stretch for longer, but what happened to them, their need of food changed. And they were more in touch with their ethereal body, which means they didn't need to eat as much food. And so they were just now on a higher spiritual level that they didn't need that. Okay. Hi, Kyla. Good evening. Welcome. I do take callers. Just by curiosity, the link is on top. Let me know if it works because you can also come live in the show. But then I understand also for some people it just doesn't feel comfortable. So that's completely fine as well. Okay, so I will continue with that thought in a moment. So yeah, we covered and I would say, that this level of certainty is really what keeps us to know that no matter what is happening in our life, things will be all right. Okay, because the divine light just wants the best for us. So let me see who I missed. So yes, if you want a reading, just mention it in the comment. Let me ask Chandra. Chandra, are you still here? I'm just going to give a moment just to know that you're here before I tune into your energy field and try to get a message. Okay. Thank you everyone for your patience. Just trying to see. Let me post the link here. Okay. Okay. So I think I should have posted it. Yes. Okay. For whoever want to try to connect live, I just posted it in the comments. So if it's something you wanted to do, you are welcome. Chandra, no, I guess Chandra maybe, left the classroom. Just want to say hello to all the people that liked the show tonight. I see Kayla, Nicole, Adam. Hey, Adam, good to see you. Christopher and Donna Marie, thank you. Christina, thank you for all for coming tonight. Oh, thank you, Nicole. Well, they say, I was told by my guide that some people, they have healing powers in their hands, but we know that words, they have the ability to build or to destroy, and the voice is really the vibration that we emit. So thank you, I appreciate that, and thank you all for giving me the chance to do really what feels home for me and really fulfill me. So thank you again. So Nicole, let me ask you, is there anything in particular that you would like me to tune in for a message, or anything is welcome? And I have to say, you have the name of my favorite person in the world, my aunt that used to live here, and this is how I came here, and that makes me feel special just to say this name out loud. Okay, otherwise I'm gonna start with this deck. It's one of my newest deck, and I really like it, how it really help you with messages that so far seems always on point about where we are and what we need to focus and really change the recording, because many times this is all what it's about. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Kayla, my love, I don't do prediction. I truly believe that in life we are the creator of our destiny, and children are a blessing. And really, if it's something that you feel, you want to, there's different things you can do to attract and to make it manifest. Hi, Latika. Okay, so okay. Well, Nicole, the one thing I can tell you, souls that depart, they they continue on with life. There's so much that can happen for them in the process of the soul continue on, but definitely they uh, they they overlook over us, especially when we need it. One of the ways that is very special, and this is something we learn in Judaism, to connect to the soul of our loved one or righteous soul, to light candles and to connect with them, because the flame, is like, without going into the detail, is very representative of the soul. There is days that are more proper to that. Uh, in Judaism, we light candles on Friday night, but you can do that also on the day of the new moon, the night of the new moon, or on the day of their passing. Although, in Kabbalistic astrology and numerology, we look more accurately into the day in the Hebrew calendar rather than just the Gregorian calendar. But I do believe, it will work as well. It's just a matter of opening ourselves and knowing that they are around, that they hear us, and they want to assist us as well. But not is not what they all do exclusively, and they do have life, and so that's why sometimes we feel them and we don't, because as soul we continue to evolve. Oh, very nice. Yes, candles are very much a way. um, an advice that I will share people that are listening tonight, whether it is to a departed soul or someone that you want to reach out to the soul, I always advise to do a soul box. You can create, a nice personalized box where you can put a picture, when you can put a crystal, you can put something that remind or connect you to the person, a smell, like different things that link you to the person through the senses, the sight, the smell, and really to discuss with them. Okay. Okay. So 1 second. Nicole. Okay. The message you get, Nicole, is I trust my intuition. And so it's telling me that, and I guess your husband is telling you that it can communicate with you. Definitely. It's just a matter of you trusting and being open to it. It's knowing that if you think of the person or you dream of the person many times, it's them visiting us. Okay. And really, it's about trusting uh, that whatever you experience, you must trust, and you must know that people might think, oh, you're crazy. So many people say, what you're talking about? Yes, I found a penny. I know it was in. It is many times how it works. And this is how they communicate with us. Maybe playing on the radio, opening, and is the song that they like, that you hear at this moment when you think of them. So many different ways. And of course, we're not discussing, all the metaphysical thing that can happen. Everybody's familiar with that. But just, to know that if you want to connect, just don't do it in a way that can be scary, but simply, talk open heart, just have this conversation with him. And yes, they are overlooking, us, and especially in time that we need their assistance. Okay. I hope he helped you. Let me just get one more thing for you, Nicole. Okay. Okay. And then uh, I work with you, Kayla. Okay. Nicole, one more thing for you tonight. Okay. Okay, so the message is telling me that whatever the feelings that you are going through now, okay, they here to help you. And you don't want to bury them. You want to feel it, whatever it is from your different experience in your life is what gonna give you power, because even anger is a feeling when it is treated properly, and there is so many exercise that can be done to help release anger in a positive way. They can become, fuel of propulsing you towards your next level. Okay, so don't try to deny your feeling. Try to be with those feelings and releasing them and using them to say, okay, what do I do now? And remembering that through us on this life, means on this dimension, people continue also living. They have not their life in the spiritual world, but people that have been touching us, been with us, they keep living through us. So I hope it was helpful. Nicole, please don't hesitate to share with people, and invite people for maybe next time. Also to like the page at I See by Ilanit. I do a lot of posting of intuitive messages that come and share, and to continue helping support people even beyond the time I've been working with them. Okay, so I told Kayla that I will do something for you, Kayla. I do get, Kayla, that you are in that place of not knowing, and okay, I'm just gonna take a moment, okay? Because just a second, I'm sorry, I'm gonna take out this message. Okay, 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 Kayla. I call it. You need to pause, Kayla. Okay, I would say when we learn to really quiet the mind, then we can hear better. Okay, it's what I'm getting. You see, I didn't took any card because I touched different card and they were telling me, no, it's too much because it's not going. You got to talk from the heart. I, I feel you are very much influenced because you are sensitive, because your energy is very much like a sponge. You get very much affected by all the chatter of people around you, telling you you should do this, you should do that. Why did you not do this? Why did you not do that? And seemingly, I feel there's a lot of people, having a say that sometimes can be hurtful because even though yes there is a lot of love in it because it is motivated by love, but I do feel it comes across sometimes a bit harsh and critical. Does it make sense here? Just give me some feedback. What comes to me right now, there is a journey that you need to take to understand yourself better, to understand who you are as a person. uh, I, I am not hard seller or anything, like I said, I try to provide people what I didn't have when I needed it. And thank God, I was guided, to go through my own life with many, many challenges, which eventually I overcome because on my own, I went on a journey of self-discovery and realizing that everything was there, to prepare me for what I was about to do. So I do one-on-one coaching that is here to determine the journey of your soul, to understand at your core what you're here to learn, what are you here to fulfill. But there's another way that you can get information about yourself and determine, what would be a good path for work. It's completely free. There is this website called 16 personalities. Okay, so I'm going to put it down. It's taking, and like I said, it's completely free. Um, um, Based on a test that was established from Myers and Briggs, it is not per se recognized as a psychological test, but has amazing result and accuracy about determining your personality or what career would be good for you. On a more spiritual level, I will say, you need to declutter your life, about who is around you, who you allowed. And there's always, of course, people that they are our parents, their families, their friends, that are not bad people. Okay, we're not talking about toxic, uh, negative people. We're just talking people that are very opinionated, maybe because they might love you and they want the best for you. But I think there is a journey that you need to take to tune in, Kayla, and really develop what I was talking earlier, a singular connection with the divine based on love, based on certainty, based on the communication that you establish with the divine. Okay. So yeah, this is what really was coming, to me, because I just think, your soul just needs really some coaching, some guidance, somebody that can help you, and give you direction, but much more than direction, give you a path to follow with certain boundaries. And this is what I'm getting. Okay. So please let me know if it was helpful. And like I said, here are my information. If you feel to reach out, and we could also work together, it will be honored to be able to do that, or anyone, listening. But like I said, I'm here to share, and really it's just to give it forward, because energy always come back, so it doesn't matter. Alison, uh, I believe, are you new? Okay, let me put again the link if anyone want to try to. Okay. Now I'm reading Lactica. Just had a baby that had emergency surgery to breathe better, so I'm out of work to take care of her. Will her health improve soon, and what income can you see coming from me? Okay, Latika, I don't do prediction because I really believe, what I was saying. Life is a movie that is unfolding, and we need to take certain steps within the dark, some with just this certainty, and also, a mindful thinking. I do know that in life, when we are asked to stop and to care for someone or to care for other, is because we need to build this energy of giving back, and being the one that's going to become a light worker for someone else. Okay. Many times it is also the time that the divine is organizing things that are not yet revealed for us. Okay. So I will say, unless, whatever it is that you've been working until now is something that you are not attached to, and maybe now is an opportunity to ask yourself, what would I like to do? You can always, go back to what is it that you do, but just know that for now, you've been asked by the universe to take care of someone else, and which will never be unrepaid, But like I say, when you do it, doing mindfully, doing knowing that you are building, a bank account of light for yourself, for your loved one, and that eventually you when you're gonna need it, for you to know, it will be revealed to you. Okay. Just continue, I would say, develop your relationship with the divine force, communicate, go sit outside, and give your thanks, to all the light that exists and is happening. If you take a tree never worries, am I going to grow branches? Am I going to grow leaves? Am I going to grow flowers? Am I going to grow fruit? No, it's just happening because there is a natural process of everything. And it would be with us if we were not all those smarty pants, always thinking that is upon us to do everything. And if not, nothing's going to work. Okay. So I hope I hope it was helpful, and thank you for coming on tonight. Uh, All right, so who else is in the room? So, so be the hope, Latika. You know, you need to remember. It's funny because I was about to make to end this class tonight, reminding us that in order to develop this love and this certainty, we need to tap into the power within us. Okay, and we realize when we tap into that power within us, the challenges might not change, but we change. And so our attitude toward them become different. And so it does require, you know, dimension of certainty, but also of letting go. So you see, this is the connection. Eh, You know, I'm the first one to tell you, you know, means we need control. Life can be scary to live in level of uncertainty. We don't know what's going to happen. So usually when we cannot have control on big things, we control the little things, right? But there is something so powerful into surrendering in time that there is nothing else we can do. If we need to take care of someone and this is what is in front of us, just know that this is what you need to do. If it's in front of us, this is what we need to do. And to know that things will work out. Okay. But to do things with 100% of our love and doing it, you know, fully, this what will ensure not being scattered. This what will ensure that what we need to know will show on time when we need it. Okay. And like I said, 100% is mean to do it with all our heart and to find an happiness doing it. Okay, because as we do, we generate more energy, which will come to us always. Okay, so like I say, one of the work that I do is really to help people, you know, develop also that certainty by knowing themselves and knowing what is their negative programming that create that create negative reaction. So again, I will really invite people here and talk to people that you feel they might benefit for that. There is such a tremendous gift of working with a one-on-one coaching that can really set you for life. The type of tools that I'm using really is something that you can use over and over during your whole process of life. Okay, and again, like I said, to remind ourselves to be in the right state of consciousness, learning to develop and use the right tools, choosing the right environment, and surrounding ourselves with people that gonna uplift us, and a teacher, it's definitely helpful. And have simple faith, because this simple faith what take us to the biggest moment of certainty when we need it. And yes, I was to conclude, you know, to say, you know, that this is the perfect day, you know, to remind yourself that everything is possible. And because, like they say, be the force within, be the force, be with you. You are the force. You are the light. So just know that as long as you do everything to have this singular connection with the light within you, with the light everywhere in the universe, things will work their way, and you will get your answer, and things will play and reveal themselves for each one of us, because we all are in the same boat eventually. Different stories, but the same work we're on, in the same place we try to get. Okay, so thank you, Latika. Yes, I know. God bless you, Latika, and really know that you're doing something amazing, and thing will work out, and you will be provided. Okay, so okay, so I'm gonna finish with Lourdes tonight. Hi, Lourdes. Okay, so please confirm that you're still here, so we can have a little chat together. I just don't want to say anything or go any deeper, and no one's here. Okay. All right. So I guess Lourdes left. Okay, a bit more time. Oh, God bless you, Latika. Thank you. Okay. All right. So I guess it's going to be a wrap for tonight. Thank you for all of you that have been coming. Like I said, work on your connection and just know that the power of the divine within us and all around us is endless, and that there's no mountain that can be climbed and no challenge that can be turned into beautiful opportunities to fulfill our destiny and become the best version of ourselves. And like I said, the ultimate mission for me is, like I say, yes, to connect people with the divine source, but then as more and more people, develop this mindful consciousness, living their life and knowing that they have an effect, we create, that critical mass that will make, the balance of the universe go toward the light and eventually spill all around. Okay, so so all of you that came tonight, I want to thank you. Please share with your friends, your family. The recording will be available on my Facebook, on YouTube as well. And for those that I didn't read, that left before I was able to read them, hopefully you'll come back on Tuesday, 8 p.m. and sometime at random times. So like my page, so you will get notification. I want to thank you all, and hopefully I will see you soon for another episode of I See by Ilanit. Good night then.